Hey, fellow architects, it's again me, Mario. And today we're going to talk about the jeweler. I'm using the same game that I used for yesterday video. It was about merchants, and you'll see why in a second. So, the jeweler. There are two jewelers in the deck. They do the same thing. They give you one more coin when you place a guy on Silversmith. Now, the jeweler is a nice guy. It's a guy that I used to take a lot, and now I cool down on him a bit. I still think it can be good, but I'll explain you why I cool down on him a bit. So, first off, when we been talking about the value of apprentices in the first video that I made for this series, I said that they are worth two actions. So they cost two actions actually. Like 4 coins is a bit more than one action, and then you need one action itself. But the jeweler is probably the only one for which you can really say how much it costs exactly, because it gives you plus 1 coin each time that you take a specific action. So the 4 coins plus the 3 coins for the action, because we determined that an action costs just about 3 coins, probably a bit more than that. So to get back the return of your investment on the jeweler is exactly 7 actions on a silversmith. And I'm gonna tell you, 7 actions are a lot. So if you don't go 7 times to the silversmith, it's literally better to do anything else other than hiring him. Just like going to the silversmith normally to get a few coins and hire other apprentices is better. Of course, maybe you need the brush, like in this game. Probably I needed a brush. Um, but other than the icon, you need to go 7 times to the silversmith. Now, the silversmith spot is good, and in some games, you are going to go there 7 or even 8 times. But I wouldn't say that it's that common. So keep that in mind when you hire the jeweler. You might see him, you might say to yourself, all right, I'm going to hit the silversmith probably 4 or 5 times in this game, so the jeweler is good. It's actually not. It's better to spend the extra actions and not spend the coins on him going on silversmith, and that's probably already better. So the jeweler is good, it's just not always the best. Why it can be good? It can be pretty good in games where you're going to need a lot of coins, and there are two kinds of those games. One, which is my favorite one, and it's the one that works most of the time, is along with merchants. So the jeweler is the best friend of merchants, because you're going to hit the silversmith quite a bit. If you're playing with merchant, of course, you like to go to the tax 10 a bit more, but with the jeweler, the math of getting a good return of investments out of your merchants and jeweler changes a bit. So hitting the silversmith is actually pretty good. And another strategy that relies or might rely on hitting the silversmith spot quite a bit is a strategy that involves hitting the black market a lot, while probably not losing too much virtue, so probably alongside with illusionist or with other kinds to get back some of your virtue. And of course, he works pretty well with debt collectors too, because he can help you get quite a bit of coins and flip those debts. So that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not much to say about the jeweler. He's good when you're A, using coins with merchants, or B, you need coins for something else. Normally, that's going to be the black market plus flipping debts. So, the jeweler can be good in those situations, but other than these situations, you might hire him for the icon and get back a good part of his cost by going to the silversmith, but it's probably hard to get the full return of investment out of hitting the silversmith. Again, 7 times to the silversmith are a lot, and in an average game, you will not have enough time to use those coins properly. Like even hitting the black market and going to depths, you're probably barely going to need to hit the silversmith 7 or maybe 8 times. So keep in mind that if you get the jeweler, it's because you need the brush, and it's a way to get the brush that doesn't completely skew your games towards something. But it only really works well with merchants or with an evil strategy that involves black market and flipping debts. Other than that, the jeweler is actually not that great. So keep that in mind. He might seem like a worthy and easy inclusion in any apprentice's setup, but he's not. So be careful with him. He's nice. You can use it properly, but in your average game, he might not get you much. That's it. That's all I have to say about a jeweler. So see you next time. Myers out. Bye bye.